Hey, this is the Prophet with Nick Black. It's time to chit chat. You know nothing about blockchain. We here to fix that. You want the news on them new stocks? This where you get that. So go and grab you a nice chair. It's time to sit back and talk to Prophet. Hey, hey, you talking to the Prophet? Hey, hey. We talking condos and nice clothes and driving Lambos. I remember them night codes, we couldn't stand those. We tried to drive on them high roads, but had to stay low. Now there's solutions to hard bills we couldn't pay for. I talked to Profit to get some profit, we couldn't change the top. If it's a stock and I need a cop it, I wait for him to drop it. Ain't no option, let's get it poppin'. We chillin' in the trap. I need some crypto, put it in my pocket by any means I rock. This is the Prophet with Nick Black. It's time to chit chat. You know nothing about blockchain, we here to fix that. You want the news on them new stocks, this where you get that. So go and grab you a nice chair. It's time to sit back and talk to Prophet. Hey, hey, you talking to the Prophet? Hey, hey, you talking to the Prophet?
All right. Let's dispense with all that. Okay, so real quick apology to anybody that listened to the Tuesday when Jeff and Emil were on. For whatever reason, and I don't know why, and I've tried to backwards engineer it. And Eric, my co-host on, he's my producer and co-host on Monday Morning Live. We were trying to figure out what was going on. He had heard something right before we started the Monday show on Monday morning. The audio was going through the camera. If you guys know anything about camera audio, it is dumpster juice. It is no good. It sucks real bad. And it has a weird kind of metallic echo and sounds vacant and hollow and crappy, like amateur hour dumpster juice. We don't want that. It's never what we've wanted. Anyway, that's probably why you didn't hear my honey-laden voice. But I thought that was a great show that I was so glad that Emil and Jeff made time for us. They're going to do it again. We're planning on the October 25th, I think, the Tuesday, whatever that week is, the Tuesday, they're coming back. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And Emil and I are working on an NFT project. So you know all those cool cartoons that they have for the episodes of Making Sense? We are going to turn those into NFTs. 5 are going to go to Emil, to Jeff, to the designers, to the artist, obviously. And then we're going to sell 5 of them. And so there will only be 10 of each one. We're going to sell them, and the money is going to go and create like a fund for them to do more cool stuff with Making Sense, right? Which is great. So anyway, for those of you that collect NFTs, I will be collecting all of them because I like the political satire and I love that stuff. But I also, buy all sorts of, frivolous stuff that I shouldn't. Anyway, there you go. So we fixed the audio and we're doing NFTs. Also, we will take a look at Bulls on the Block. So for those of you guys that didn't see, I did a show with Leroy yesterday. He's Zorfix. If you guys are in the Bulls on the Block community, he's done a lot of back engineering for them. Kind of went in and looked at the project and said, hey, listen, there's some, and that project almost got nuked internally, but they grew and they expanded. Now it's pretty wicked. And they're about to do this evolution event with the artwork. So that too is cool. So go take a look at it. Let me just say, I'm not telling anybody to ever buy anything or sell anything. I'll just tell you what I did. You can do it or not do it or whatever. I did get some Bulls on the Block because they're doing this evolution event thing. I think it's badass. You have one, it goes into an evolution machine, gets locked up for a year, and you get another one, an evolved bull, which means you get 2 pieces of art. Woo woo. The other thing is, for every bull that you have, they're creating a utility token, which will eventually, it seems like it'll be a governance token at some point, but you'll basically get paid to sit on your artwork, which is cool. It's kind of like staking, NFT staking. I mean, it is like that. But you're not actually mining or doing any kind of block promotion. You're just kind of supporting them by not selling. They're incentivizing buying a piece of art and holding it because you actually like the artwork. I know, it's crazy. Woo! So it's really cool. And they're doing some other stuff too. But you'll get to vote. They have a fund of like over 100 Ethereum, and the community will be involved in what they do with that fund and how they progress and all the kind of cool stuff they do. So I think that's badass. And so I'm going to participate in that. I'm just going to try to buy one more bull, but then now they're up to like 0.4 Ethereum. I'm like, So anyway, this would be only something you would do if you had disposable income. Anyway, take a look at it. It's kind of cool. So that was the second video that we did yesterday. The first one was office hours that Eric and I did on Money Map. Okay, another announcement. We're on Trading TV now. I don't know if we're on this second, but very likely we are on kind of close to now. So I've been working with them. They're just now rolling out. It's a mixture of an exchange and live content that has to do with the space. So we're going to be working with them more and more and try to produce some content for them, which is really cool. And ideally, at least 2 to 3 days a week, get some live content there. This show. So we are broadcasting out to them. So for anybody that has, some extra time, you want to bang around on a cool new site, go look at trading. I believe it's trading.tv.app, but I'll get that exact thing for you. Anyway, let us begin. Let me say hello to, let me go all the way to the top. Who do we got? Let's see. Bardonsky, Unsung, Belinda Cook, In Style, Peace Fleece, 9 Theta 100, Benny. What up, Benny? Crypto Gamer, of course, Crypto Gamer, Crypto Newbie. Of course, we're all newbies. JDSGC, what up? Grims, Cypri Florin, if I got that right. Grant Works, what's going on? Welcome aboard. Gordon Bennett, Biotech Breakout, CC Brown, Andy Panda, Spirilla, Joe Pirate. Cool. Let's see. Oh, Emil was soft-spoken. Yeah, you're right. That we're going to get that sorted out too. We will prevail. All right. We've got on the other side, Scorpion, Tiffany, Breakfast Leadership. That's kind of cool. I kind of like that name. A little power breakfast thing. Biotech Breakout on both sides of the fence. Jimmy, Nara, Ella Paul, Jerry. Oh, actually, that just reminded me. Jerry, you reminded me of another thing. Okay. For anybody that got the SGB tokens, if you got the FLR token, okay, let me back up. When they did the Flare snapshot, which I believe was December 12th, correct me if I'm wrong. It was either December 12th or December 20th. I think it was the 12th. They did a snapshot. If you had your tokens on Bitrue, your XRP tokens, I know it's crazy, then you are in the group of people, the cohort that would get the FLR token when and if they release it. You should have gotten a small amount of them in early January or late December. Now, you also got, or you're supposed to get, an airdrop. It'll be on Bitrue, if that's how you did it, of SGB tokens. Songbird. It's another Flare product. I don't know what it's going to be worth. It could be dust. It could be infinity, but it is not either. It is worth 60 something cents. Anyway, we'll take a look at that. When it got close to 60 cents, I said, my name's Bennett, I ain't in it, and I sold half. That just happened like minutes ago. So I sold half of mine, and then I'm going to let half of it ride. I may look and see if it's possible to stake. I went and tried to read about it. It was just mountains, as Flare is, as Flare does. It was mostly unintelligible gobbledygook and lots of it. Now, I will say this, in dealing with the Flare community, okay, the community is cool. Really cool people in the Flare community. Now, they need to get a technical writer, to go and write their documentation because it's unreadable. So that would just be my 2 cents. But the community is great, really cool. They actually helped me get my SGB when Bitrue was trying to steal it. Yes, Bitrue was trying to steal my tokens. I say this because they might be trying to steal your tokens. So what they did was they said, oh, well, the tokens have already been handed out. I said in one of 9 emails, no, you did not give me my tokens. Here is a snapshot of my portfolio. Here is when I got my FLR. Here is the XRP that was on the exchange. Where are my tokens? Nothing, nothing, nothing. They ignored my emails. They ignored everything until I went to the Flare community, got into their Telegram, really cool group. They said, hey, we'll help you. And about a bunch of them, I don't know how many, they all went on Twitter and said, hey, Curious Wang, whatever his name is, Curious, the BitTrue guy, how come you're not honoring the SGB? And then no email, by the way. They never email me back. Just after the guys from the Flare community started helping me, suddenly the tokens appeared. No email, mind you. No, our bad. No, yeah, we're trying to jack you. Da, da, da. So I believe there's many people that deserve these tokens that don't have them. If you had XRP in December on the time of the snapshot, you can look this up. I believe it was the 12th. You need to send a support request to them to give you your SGB tokens because it's not nothing. It's like 60 cents. I mean, we can look right now. I know this is still all part of the beginning stuff. Where is it? I had put it on there. Where is it? Where? I'll add it. I don't know where it went. I thought I had added it yesterday. Here, I'll add it. I'll add it while we sit here. SGB Songbird. I'll put a little heart. What is it trading at? Look at that. So 63 cents. I mean, it's not nothing. So let me give it a little refresh. Hopefully it'll keep it. Where does that put it? I'm sure it puts it way down. Okay, but look, it's 63 cents. I don't know what it's going to be worth. I sold mine at, I don't know, 57 and a half, 58. I don't know, whatever. I sold half. I'm letting half run. I'm going to try to, I'll learn more about it. The other thing I learned a lot more about is Fetch. Okay, so the token bridge is open back up. We're going to get into all this in a second. And just to prove to you guys that I at least trusted it enough to do a transaction, I sent 164,000 Fetch in one transaction. And, maybe I talk a lot of trash. Maybe I don't have that. Maybe this is all smoke and mirrors and bullcrap. And I'm just rubbing 2 candlesticks together. But I recorded the transaction just so you guys could see it. Just so that, at the very least, you won't think, oh, whimsy. So I will expose that transaction here. I was trying to actually download the video and blah, blah, blah. StreamYard doesn't like, they don't like MOV files, which are the kind of native video files of Apple devices. So I had to convert it to MP4. It is since converted. I used Cloud Convert. So I will queue up that video and I will do that right after these non-commercial messages. But I do want to honor everyone and say hello. Again, Jerry, hello, since you reminded me to go on that little path. And Jerry, by the way, I'm flying drones now too. So if you want to talk drones, hit me up later this afternoon and we'll do some drone coaching together. I got a Mavic Mini, the Mini Pro 2, whatever. It's so badass. Anyway, I'm having so much fun with it. I put a video on my Instagram the other day. All right. And that's not an ad. That's, by the way, an unpaid ad for DJI. But their gear is legit. So what can I say? Okay. Todd B, good to see you. Barno, good to see you. Dubai Money. What's up, Dubai? He and I were bouncing around in the chat yesterday in the Fetch group, trying to make sure that our money was safe. So good to see you. Let's see. Joe Fernandez, K on the YOLO Buck. What up? Nash, let me welcome anybody that's coming in from Making Sense. Any of the Making Sense crowd, hello. Any of the Bulls on the Block crowd, obviously, hello. We are big NFT advocados. Not avocado. What a weird word. Anyway, expat Matt Brady, good to see you. Big Michael across the pond. Nick, also, thank you. Let's see. Thanks for the last on the Bulls roadmap. Yeah, I like the Bulls, man. The artwork is good. I just buy the stuff I like the artwork. Someone was asking me, well, what if it doesn't go up? It's cool though. It's like cool. And I'm going to get more of these frames that behind me. And I'm going to I think I'm going to have a bull in a frame. They're just kind of cool art. I like the art. I don't know. I like the art. I don't like the Elon art. It's okay. I bought the Elon stuff more as a flippy kind of thing. But the bull stuff is actually good artwork. So there you go. Ooh, scored a 111. That is dope. Good for you, man. That's awesome. I think my lowest number is like 700 something. But by the way, at the evolution event here on the 15th of October, when you evolve the bulls, 50 of them are going to go become gold bulls. We don't know which 50, but it better be one of mine. Tube That Pipeline, what's up? Chris, what's up from Detroit? Eesh, just sounds cold and automotive. Michael, good to see you. Vincent, installing BitShare. Yeah. GSRC, good to see you. Good to see you. Let's see. Darting Uphill, what up? Nexo XRP peeps need to do the same for. Yeah, if you're on Nexo. Okay, Nexo put out a piece saying that they were going to honor it. They're just trying to make sure the wallets are safe and secure. So I think you should be all right. Demayan, good, but definitely email. Shantae, what up? Crypto for, AKA Crypto for Life. Sue's, good to see you. I went with the Holy Stone version of the DJI Mini. Okay, so we should be flying the same drone. If you check out my Instagram, by the way, which is also Nicholas Black 60, I did a drone video about 3 days ago. Just some different sweeping motions. I don't know if anybody knows this. Brando and I are actually licensed commercial drone pilots through the FAA. Like we have I forget what it's called, like a 933. Is it a 333 or a 933 or whatever? Anyway, we have like the official certificate, like we went through the court system. We're federally licensed to fly drones on a movie set. Have I ever done it? No. But we did it a few years ago because Brando and I thought it'd be cool. So there you go. So I can help you with a lot of that stuff. All right. Daniel, good to see you. Let's see. 1 inch requires a VPN for California and maybe, it hasn't for me. I've been using 1 inch right through Brave, just through the regular Brave browser and had no problems. So anyway, okay. So hello to everyone. We'll go ahead and get started. And after our non-commercial commercial, I'm going to try to queue up that video. So we'll see if I can get that going without screwing things up. Anyway, I will see you right after these messages. Okay, real quick, if anybody can see it, you see there's like a red dot right there and another red dot and another red dot. So Kitty bit me. She was purring. She bit me while she was purring. We were playing this morning. She has this thing where she thinks it's real funny to go and grab the biggest picture frame she can. Giant. I have one big piece that's like 5 feet by whatever. It doesn't matter. And she's like, "Rah." I'm like, "Kitty, no." And she knows that gets me to go chase her. And then she goes to the carpet, falls over, and we play. She starts purring, even though I'm like, if you do that and that picture frame falls, it's going to be awful. But that's her way of getting me to come play because you don't have a choice. When a big cat starts grabbing artwork off the wall, you play. It's playtime. Anyway, I went to play. And when I went down to give her a cuddle, she, bam, and she bit me while she was purring. And I think she was even purring louder after she bit me. Oh, wild animals. So friends don't let friends buy servals. How about that? Wait till they're domesticated a little bit more. This one is only barely domesticatable. So that's all I'll say. Okay, what do we got queued up? Well, this may look a lot to you like a fetch thing. Let me see. What's going on? Connection request. No, man. Someone's trying to get into my, trying to connect. No, bro. All right. So what's going on here? This was a fetch transaction I did yesterday. And so I have been banging around on this thing for a long time. I have a lot of friends and clients and everything else that have Fetch. I had taken some of my Fetch and I had gone through the token bridge. That's one way to take your Fetch. So real quick, if you have Fetch, put some music in the background. If you have Fetch on Coinbase, you can now use the token bridge to go. The safest way I have found is to go put your Fetch in MetaMask first, and that's the ERC20 Fetch, okay? Coinbase hasn't upgraded it yet as far as I know. What you're trying to do is get to native Fetch and at the same time stake it, because on Cosmos Station, which Fetch now runs on Cosmos, right? You can get 22% staking rewards in real time. It's a lot, bro, especially if you think that maybe a few years from now, this is going to be a legitimate, token, legitimate project, AI. If this thing is 10 or 20 or $100 and you're getting 3, 5, 7, 9 tokens a day, that's really good. So, what's my favorite number? 1, 2 free. So here's how to do it. If you have the old token, okay, I'll cover the new token in a second, but if you have the old Fetch token, you take it and put it in MetaMask, all right? Once it's in MetaMask, you will use the token bridge. And actually, I think I can show you that in a second, but you would go from MetaMask, you would send a transaction through the token bridge. This will make sense in a second. I'll show you. Through the token bridge to your Cosmos Station wallet. But step one is, and I should probably write this as a banner. Step one is set up. So step one, set up a Cosmos Station wallet. Okay. Say why? I don't even know if I spelled that right, but there we go. Set up a Cosmos Station wallet. This is step number one. You set up this Cosmos Station wallet right now on your phone, which I don't like doing, but it is what it is. Okay. By the way, this is the new one and the camera is dope. Okay. So you set up your Cosmos Station wallet and protect your 24-word passphrase, and you're going to have a PIN number. Do not forget this. You're going to set up a PIN number that's 4 numbers and 1 letter. If you forget this, you're effed. Do not forget this. You're going to have to set it up. So 24-word passphrase, write it down, protect it. Don't just cruise through the pages. Do not take a screenshot of it. Do not. Don't park it on your computer somewhere. You're going to get your stuff stolen. You set up your Cosmos Station wallet on your phone in the app, okay? Cosmos Station app for iOS. Or I guess there's an Android one too. You set up the app. You set up a Fetch wallet, okay? A Fetch.ai wallet. Does this make sense? Get your 24-word passphrase. Secure it. Get your 4-number and 1-letter PIN and secure it, because that's how you sign these transactions. Now that you have that, you're going to get served a Fetch mainnet address. It's going to look like FET, blah, 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 blah. That's your Fetch mainnet address in Cosmos Station. So when you use the token bridge, you will put basically where the token is coming from and where it's going, and it's all one transaction. The bridge is just a place where your tokens go in as old ERC20 tokens, and they come out as new mainnet tokens, right? Or native, okay? So they go in as ERC, they come out as native. And then they will end up in your Cosmos Station wallet, where you can immediately go and you can stake. And you basically just click the delegate button and pick a staking pool, which I just chose the first one. I didn't really dig too deep. Okay. Now, so that sounds basically simple, but I wanted to show you guys, I did a transaction yesterday. Now, I had done half of mine were on the old staking Fetch thing. So I had to do this whole long process where you go, okay, I take my tokens, I set up a Fetch wallet, a test wallet, the Andromeda thing, which looks and makes sure that you've migrated your tokens. That involved a lot of steps. And so for those of you that were staking on the mainnet before, and you don't want to go through these steps, I would just say, wait, just wait for a little while and see if they're supposed to spit out the new tokens. This this path that I went on yesterday involves a lot of stuff. But you'll need your Cosmos Station wallet no matter what. So you set up your wallet. If you're using the token bridge, you'll go through the token bridge and directly to this wallet. If you're going, there's another way to do it. If you had your tokens staked on the mainnet, the Ethereum tokens, you'll show that everything says frozen. Well, if you set up a Fetch wallet, a Kepler wallet, and you literally just look up fetch.ai wallet, you'll see they have one for Chrome. And when you add it as a browser extension, if you download the Chrome one, it's the same as Brave. It allows you can set it up in Brave. It's an extension and you just pin it and then it's a drop down, just like MetaMask. Okay. The problem with that is, and a lot of people don't want to do this, you have to take your MetaMask private key and plant it in Kepler, which is the Fetch wallet, to verify that those were your tokens. Now, a lot of people don't like the idea of ever exposing their private keys, and I do not blame you. My opinion, do not do it. I'd rather wait and miss some staking rewards until they spit out the new token and then just go straight to your Cosmos Station wallet and everything is done. However, some of you may be getting itchy fingers. They have there's a whole big giant Fetch guide, step-by-step process of setting up the test account, porting over to the new wallet, the Fetch wallet, then going from the Fetch wallet, importing your MetaMask keys to verify you own those tokens, and then pushing those tokens from there, which is what you're seeing on the screen right here. That's the Fetch wallet, going from there to the Cosmos Station wallet. Whew. Yes, it's a lot. If it sounds like a lot, trust me, it's way more than the way I just explained it. Okay, but that being said, that is where we're at. So I figured what I would do is I would show you guys. I knocked off this transaction yesterday, and so I think if I didn't screw it up, we should be able to watch it actually occur. So I don't even know if you'll be able to hear my audio. Let's see what it sounds like. I've never actually queued a video up in this way. So let's give it a look. That you do a transaction for 164,000 tokens. So I thought I would just show people that I have faith in Fetch. And so this is the new Fetch wallet. Make sure you download the newest one. Don't use any scammy, crappy links that you get on Twitter or the YouTubes. Go and do the research yourself. Go to fetch.ai and do your own research. So there's a whole guide that tells you how to set up your new wallet. It's the Fetch Hub wallet. And I was extremely skeptical, as I am on all things, but here we go. 164,407 average. And we're going to go send. This way you guys don't think there's some shenanigans. Yes, that's my Fetch wallet. Don't send me tokens. I mean, I won't not take them, but don't send them because you don't need to. That's not how it works. So anyway, yes, that's me. There it goes. We will get a little thing when it says it's done. And guess what? That's it. 1, 2, 3, done. So there you go. Done. I will now stake those. I sent them to my Cosmos Station wallet. And yeah, that is that. Bam. So, okay, let me get that off. Let me get some screen sharing back on. And let's go through some. Yeah, can you see the cat bit the shit out of me? There, and there. I've stopped the bleeding on the other ones. Noses bleed like a son of a bee, by the way. You guys don't know that. Noses bleed. Oh, man. Cats. And they're so sharp, those teeth. I get why they're so efficient murderers, because, they're awesome. Anyway, there you go. Okay, so, that's cool. So it allows me I can actually have video queued up. Interesting. StreamYard's dope. Okay. If you guys have questions as we go through this, by the way, let me say hello, Daniel or Danielle. I'm not sure. Professor, what's going on? The pear doesn't know. The peach doesn't. Let me say hi to Bitcoin Candy. What's going on? Okay. Let's continue. So if you guys have questions, just write the word question and let's go through some price action and talk real quick. Are we in a bear? Sebastian, what's up? Are we in a bear market or a bull market? Neither of those apply, as you guys know. We're not in a bear or a bull market because we don't have a fully formed crypto market. You can have, enthusiastic periods where people are buying stuff, but it's all mostly gambling right now. What about claiming atomics? Okay, if to claim atomics, you literally just go and you click claim, or you may not be able to. I don't know. The atomics tokens, first of all, are not worth anything. I would not be spending Ethereum to claim them, but I think you already had to do that. So yeah. Yeah, Jerry said it right. We're in an early adoption market. This isn't a crypto market, in the sense that we don't have a market yet. We have a lot of people trying to jump in and do stuff. Yeah, it's closed now. So forget atomics. It's a dumpster coin. What you want to do is make sure that you get, by October 10th, you get your tokens moved one way or another, because you do want the Mobix airdrop. Because I think that'll be pretty decent. A lot of people seem to be talking about it. Of course, a lot of people always talk about free stuff. Yeah. Oh, my cat bites me all the time on the nose, but it's a nip. She goes, boop, and then she purrs, boop. So I know, like, what are the two guys, the two Vegas guys, Siegfried and Roy? Like, I get it that the cat just went like, nah, and it wasn't trying to hurt them. It was just being cats. You realize they were the greatest danger to mankind? Cats. The saber-toothed tiger was the greatest, the hunter of man and women and pronouns. You think a saber-toothed tiger cares what your pronoun is when it's ripping you to bits? No. Okay, so Tiffany, you would use the token bridge. And actually, why don't I show you guys what that looks like? Let's see. By the way, this is how to stake on mainnet using Cosmos Station. I'm going to give you this. I'm going to put it in the comments. Again, just make sure you're looking at the right thing if you're going to copy and paste from the comments. I'm going to try to do it over in Theta. It may not work because they don't like, let me see if that'll work. Okay. So it's a bacteria. Oh, it's fine. I don't get bacterias. I wash my hands. Huilu, I'm fine. I'm not going to have a nose like a year from now. Like, what happened? Syphilis? No, cat bite. Okay, so this is the how to stake on mainnet. This is their little thing. Let me get rid of that. Okay, cool. But one thing I will show you, and yes, it's a long, tedious, kicking the newts process. But one thing you will find if you cruise down here is the token bridge. Boop. Now, the token bridge, and I'm going to put that, I'm actually going to put the token bridge in a banner because it is important that you guys get this one right. So let's see. Let me do a banner for the token bridge. Okay. This is that. So that's the token bridge. What this allows you to do, it appears MetaMask is locked. I would have to unlock my MetaMask, which I'll do because it doesn't matter. Okay. Okay, so let me explain to you guys kind of what you're looking at here. Let me see if I can scroll it up. Nope, I can't. Okay, so ERC20 to native. What does that mean? That means going from the old token to the new token. The Ethereum address you see here, this is my MetaMask wallet. The native address that I would put here, that would be my new Cosmos Station wallet address, right? I'm just going to write this here. Cosmos Station, and that's not the address, obviously. Wallet address, and it's going to be F blah 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 blah. Right? It's a fetch address. Okay, and then the amount, and maybe you would do 1,000. Okay, now here's what I urge you to do. When you do this, you're transferring from MetaMask through here over to Cosmos Station. So you're not going to really have to do anything here. This is just a bridge. You put the MetaMask on top. You put the new Cosmos Station wallet as native because that's going to be native token. And it's going to transfer the token from the old ERC20 to the new native, right? And then however many tokens is down here. Now, This is the limit right now. For those of you that have 141 million, well, just make sure it's less than 141,475,563 fetch. Okay? Just make sure it's less than that. Sure it will be. Because that'd be all of them. Okay, so this will allow you to transition to the new token and start staking over on Cosmos Station. Cool? So that's that. Great. Glad we covered that. I feel real good about that. Okay, and if anybody has any other questions, keep at it. Yes. Thank you, Puilu. Let's see. Midnight, not a sound from the pavement. Midnight, not. I don't know what that is. Okay. So confused what to do. I quit. Yeah. It is confusing. I actually had someone pay me to walk them through it. I'm like, no, man, just watch videos and do all that. They're like, no. I'm like, all right, well, it's $800 an hour. However you want to spend it, bro. Okay. So, oh gosh, I shouldn't say the company. There's a company, by the way, that this is kind of funny. They're matter of fact, Jerry, you'll appreciate this. So there's a company they manage money in crypto. I'm not going to say who it is because that'd be dickish. But anyway, they manage money in crypto. They want me to expose my private wallet to them. And then they were going to pay me to just show them what I own. And then they're going to just go, well, I'm sure they're going to go out to their clients with that as like the percentages and all that. And I'm not against that because I'm not doing anything top secret. The money I make is not by making a quick trade here or there. It's by just looking at the market and trying to imagine what is going to look like in a year and a half or 2 years. That's how I consistently make money when all these other rubes try to trade. So I don't know. But the price I put on that was very high. I don't know. Just so you guys know, what do like consultants in the crypto space typically charge? Well, anywhere from $600 to $1,000 an hour. If a hedge fund hits me up and says, hey, let's talk, it's $1,000 an hour. You got to pay 40 hours in advance. I want 40 hours in a retainer paid in Bitcoin. Done. No exceptions. I'm not talking on the phone. I'm not going to spend more than 3 minutes telling you how to pay. That's it. So that's the deal that I told them. 40 hours up front, and then I'll drop my pants. You can see it all. Okay. So be careful if you guys are getting consulting advice. And I obviously urge every one of you to do your own research and come up with your own conclusions and all that. But some people want to leverage other people. And if that's the case, just be sure that you're not leveraging someone that's leveraging someone that's leveraging someone, and that you want to be at the top guy. Don't be at like third guy. Be at the top guy. All right. So there you go. Okay. So let's go down the sheet. What's going on? Bitcoin has bumped back up a little bit. It was in the low 41s yesterday. So what? We're not at a fully formed market yet. Like me and Jerry, we're just telling you guys, this is the beginnings of a market. $2 trillion don't a market make, especially when the addressable market is all financial products on earth, which is 2.5, 3 quadrillion, which is so many more currency units. It's like 1,000 to 1,500 times where we're at right now. So there's plenty of space. If a Bitcoin ETF gets pushed through this year, which I think it will, you can expect a double out of Bitcoin. I can't imagine a scenario where Bitcoin doesn't crack 85 to 100,000 this year, unless there's some massive wipeout and they don't allow. I really think that for Bitcoin, it hinges, teeters on the ETF. If Gensler and the clan at the SEC, which by the way, I think Gary Gensler's a good dude. I think he's legit. But if they give the green light to an ETF, we should expect 85 to 100,000. I can't imagine less Bitcoin move. I mean, really just crazy move. But short of that, I still think we'll see a run in Bitcoin. We seem to see these late in the year runs. It's just like every year. And I don't know if that's just general sentiment approaching holidays, or I don't know what. Humans are very interesting, quirky things. Stress relief. What up? So we'll see. Ethereum, I think Ethereum is going to be fine. I hate it. The gas fees suck. They're even really expensive right now. They've been expensive since yesterday. Something popped up and they just got really expensive. They suck. Ethereum sucks. It's slow. It's clunky, whatever. It is what it is. And so all of these things, even though all the talking head idiots, the Raoul Pals out there and stuff, they don't have any idea what they're looking at. It doesn't matter. They're talking it up to a bunch of other rich people that don't have any idea what they're looking at. They're just looking to turn a dime into a 10 nickels, right? So it doesn't matter if they're wrong. It doesn't matter if their conclusions are ridiculous, if they're applying Moore's law to bacon bits and pancakes. It doesn't matter that they don't know what they're doing. It only matters that they're talking to people with huge checkbooks, huge accounts that are looking to get exposure in crypto. And, a lot of that exposure, for whatever reason, they're not going to dig that deep. Bitcoin and Ethereum are going to grab most of that right now. But then it gets a little bit more interesting as they start digging in, because one thing I will tell you about rich hedge fund managers, pension fund managers, mutual fund managers, they're only dumb until they're invested. And the minute they put that first dollar in, they get their homies on it. They get their team on it. And their team is full of nerds like us. And the nerds will look and go, whoa, whoa, whoa. Ethereum sucks, bro. We need some exposure in these different protocol layer assets. And then the Raoul Pals of the world say, what? Protocol what? What are you talking about? And they say, well, dummy, you know that this is the clunkiest project and that everybody from the project except for one guy left. And the one guy that's still there, he's basically told us that this isn't going to be 2.0 for years. Years, bro. What? What you mean? Moore's law, bro? No. Metcalfe's law? No. Raoul, none of those. Literally none of those things apply. Doesn't matter. It's like apply Metcalfe's law to MySpace. How'd that turn out? Anyway, I say all this because in the beginning, a lot of these people jump in with a lot of money and they buy stupid, but they won't buy stupid forever. Once they're in for a penny, they're coming in and they're going to do the research, because that's why they have made money over their careers. It's not by being stupid and following guys like Raoul Pal, who's a Goldman Sachs flunky. That's not why. They may hear something that points them in the right direction, and then they go and they do their own research and they dig in. And in doing their own research and digging in, they start to make their own opinions. And that's what we want. We want these people that are really good at making long-term value-based decisions to see where the value is. And Bitcoin Kitty, you met someone from Grayscale. He said ADA is a no-go. It's going to be ETH. Who cares? Grayscale is a no-go. They're going to have to unwind their whole fund, their whole Bitcoin fund and turn it into an ETF. Grayscale's got their own problems. If he's from Grayscale, it's pretty clear that they're behind the 8 ball. So whatever, good for them. Good for Grayscale. I do like their commercials though. The Ditch Gold commercials, they're awesome. Anyway, so Ethereum has a lot of problems, but price is not one of them. I think you should expect Ethereum to continue to melt up. Okay, that being said, where is the real money? Well, I think the real potential is in these next 3 assets right here, as far as the strict protocol layers go. Cardano, Polkadot, Cosmos. I think Cosmos ran too far too fast. I think it needs to cool off a little bit. That being said, Fetch is running on top of Cosmos. And also, if you guys think about how frustrating Fetch is right now, a lot of people have been holding off from buying it because of the mainnet, holding off from buying it because of this, because of that. It's not clear. It's not clear. Where's my staking? Where's my this? Where am I having frozen? When that stuff is behind Fetch, I think Fetch is going to rock it. And my gut tells me Fetch is a $2 to $3 token by the end of this year. Now, this is not, we don't care about the price. We care about the percentage, right? Price doesn't mean anything. So I think there's a 200 to 300% or 400% at 71 cents move in the token. Why? Because I think it's just very frustrating to accumulate Fetch right now. And they're spending all their time talking about mainnet transition, tokens locked, unlocked, blah, 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 instead of talking about what they're going to do to push artificial intelligence, autonomous economic agents, and all of these things, deep parking and all this kind of cool stuff forward. They are doing some cool stuff at Fetch, but it's getting lost in the murkiness of their ill-conceived rollout of the native token. This was poorly done by Fetch. That's what I'll say. Again, really cool community. It's not the community's fault. The devs and the team that Fetch hired to do all this sucks. So Fetch needs to get that behind them. But it's running on top of Cosmos, which is why I highlight. So where would I have my money? I would get some protocol layer. Now you can't have no Ethereum, because if you do any NFT stuff or whatever, you need some Ethereum. You need some exposure. So should it be equal weighting? Well, that wouldn't be a bad way to do it. If you have your portfolio, your protocol layer exposure, which I think should be half, 50% of your portfolio, I think, just one guy talking, should be these protocol layers, right? Layer ones. So I think you need Ethereum, Cardano, Polkadot, Cosmos, and Near. Okay? And Near. Do not forget Near. Coinbase Ventures, WebAssembly, all of the things that Ethereum 2.0 wants to do, Near already does. The staking is great. It's easy. It's seamless. The transactions are fast. It's very elegant. And Coinbase is going to be buying up their own token. You guys know this, right? Every quarter, they're taking, I think it's 10% of their net revenue. It may be gross. 10% of their revenue, however they define that, is going to be used to purchase tokens in the space to build a portfolio. They're going to buy their own crap. You know that. Look at the inorganic melt up that was Solana, which is, for all the hyperbole and talk and hubbub, a total effing fail. The first time that token was tested, it shut down the whole platform. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. One of the first projects they launched, there was a liquidity attack, and I don't know, $3-4 million gone. Then they tried to do a token launch of a clearly a security token, by the way, but they tried to do a token launch, quasi-legal, and what happened? Oh yeah, the whole thing melted down for 16 hours. That's the Solana everybody's talking about. Woo-woo! I'm not even gonna get into it. Anyway, the point was not to bash Solana, because there's some good developers over there. It's not completely their fault. It's more of an FTX pumping, kind of a thing. Anyway, whatever. My point is, you want Near to be part of that protocol layer kind of exposure. Graph token, I don't know. What they're doing is important. It's cool. It's wicked, but there's no public facing excitement. It helps developers develop, which is fine, but it's not very exciting. So I don't know. With Graph token, I'm not sure this thing really goes anywhere, because who cares? So I don't know, man. I'm a little bit miffed. Matic, I think you own, is like a 1.5. So here's all the 1.5 layers are just these layers that make it easier to do transactions on the protocol, make it easier to develop dApps and deploy those dApps. So even though Matic is kind of its own thing, it's kind of not. So Matic helps Ethereum, great. You should own some of it. Filecoin, distributed data. We love it. AR token, distributed data, among other things. And we love it. And it's starting to get back down. If it gets down into the 30s, I think it's a buy again. Up, it got close to $50. That was way too high. Okay, Rune. I don't know about Rune. The reason I say that is they had their little meltdown event. They worked their way back up. I don't know. I don't hear a lot from the community, from the Rune community. Not bad, not good, not nothing. Same thing with Dot. Dot doesn't communicate. If the people at Polkadot were communicating about the projects that they're working on, Polkadot would be $50, $60, $70 token. So again, it's Gavin Wood. It's not a dummy, right? Gavin Wood is a genius. He's just not as eloquent as Charles, and I think that that's hurt them a lot. No one's doing what Cardano's doing, period. Like, no one. But Polkadot's doing a lot. They're just not talking about it. So Engine, it's no longer in my portfolio. I don't know I don't know. I don't know if it belongs in a portfolio. It's probably a token that you want to scrape some profits when you get a chance. That's what I would say. Nexo, it's a true utility token, but it's not really doing much. Nexo frustrated me because it built up, and the minute the market turned south in May, this token dumped, and it dumped hard, and it dumped fast, and it never recovered. And the problem is, in order to get the benefits of using Nexo, you have to keep purchasing Nexo. And there's a point where I just said, I'm done. I'm not buying any more Nexo just to watch it get nuked. I think I've lost, well, doesn't matter. It's cool that I get a couple extra percentage points, but to me, it's not worth it right now. Now, in an exuberant, excited, upward trending, because I'm not going to say bullish or bearish, because I think those are bullshit terms in crypto, but because again, we don't have a full market. But in an excited, value-adding, investment-driven, dollar for dollar kind of market, I think that Nexo does make sense. Now, if you keep a certain amount, I think, I don't know how this is, and maybe Jerry can spread some light on this. I think if you have a certain amount on Nexo, they'll extend to you these big, giant lines of credit. They extended to me a $5 million line of credit. Am I going to use it? No way on earth. But they offered it. That's kind of cool. I guess if I want to take $5 million and just F off, I could. But I will not, because I don't want to go into debt in crypto with these assets that are incredibly volatile and give back everything. That would be silly. Okay. OGN, not very excited about it. It's cool. They don't know what they want to do. And until they know what they want to do, I don't want to be a participant, but it is a good project. Again, I think it's a lack of a community. The community that exists is cool, I guess. I don't know much about it, but I just know that they're not very vocal. Telcoin, I met one of the developers from Telcoin, and this is what I can tell you with 100% certainty. That guy is not someone I would trust with my money. So Telcoin for me has become a complete 100% trade. It is no longer an investment. If it got anywhere close to $1 billion market cap, I am out. Those guys should not have any money. That project is being run by hooligans. I mean, so random. But anyway, yeah, nice guy. I just wouldn't trust him with money. And he's one of their lead devs. Okay. Fetch. Fetch is the reason I keep talking about Fetch and all this. I think the price has been beat up because of the inefficacy. There's no reason the market cap of Fetch should be less than Telcoin. I mean, so I think there's a big opportunity right here. Listen, again, the max supply Fetch is just over 1 billion tokens, at least if these metrics are right. That should be exciting to a lot of people. So, keep it in mind. Okay. And if you compare apples to, they're not, because it's not AI. Never mind. Audio. We'll see if the TikTok deal is a big deal. It doesn't seem to be so far, and it seems to be melting back down. I took some profit. So cool. 1 inch. I like 1 inch, but I think the necessity of owning a swap platform is less interesting now. If I had 1 inch and I was looking at COTI, and I didn't put COTI on here, but I probably should. COTI. We talked about that the other day as something that I am interested in. I think we talked about that. No, we didn't. Talked about that on Money Map. It is something I'm looking at. I don't like DeFi projects, but if they've partnered with Cardano, my assumption is Cardano is going to be looking at them real hard and saying, you're not going to be putting out some junk. And I am curious in what this new stablecoin DJED looks like. To me, that's incredibly interesting, even if it's flopsky. So I am telling everyone, if you own 1 inch, like I did, you may consider swapping, and you can right there on the 1 inch, but you can swap 1 inch into COTI right there on 1 inch, or through MetaMask, or by going to an exchange and tackling it with limit orders and such. I will say this, if you go to an exchange and you're willing to do all that, you'll actually end up with way more tokens than you will by swapping. Swapping is still really inefficient, and with the Ethereum fees, it's very expensive. Now, that's all I'm going to say on that. We may talk a little bit next week about swapping and doing swaps and token exchanges on Nexo, it's really good. And the fees are almost zero. I have actually been having a lot of fun and success swapping tokens back and forth on Nexo. It's awesome. I mean, it just gives you a price, and I look at the exchange price and back and forth, and I'm like, it's pretty close. It may be like a 1% fee or something, but by the time you go off the exchange, come back on the exchange, put it back in Nexo, or you just go pew pew. And the cool thing is, when you're moving tokens around on Nexo, if they're Nexo tokens, they're all tokens that you're going to be getting paid to own. So it's like you're swapping into one, and it's almost like you're immediately staked. Obviously, you're not staked. You're getting paid a reward, a benefit for lending, because it's over collateralized crypto-based lending. That's where those yields are derived. But as long as you're okay with that. Anyway, so to reduce all that, if I had 1 inch right now, I would convert it. would convert it to COTI and see what it is. COTI's at about 60 something cents. Matter of fact, let's take a look. COTI. Okay, 60 cents. So that's not bad. So let's see if we can get back over there. Let's see if COTI now shows up. COTI, where are you, little COTI? There you are. 59 cents. So that's cool. All right. Anything else exciting? Render. It's a hold for me. I like it. I'm adding. I'm probably adding from 75 cents and below. I'm still way up on it. I got in at like 40 something cents, but I think this is going to be a big one. It's a tiny market cap. So on all of these projects, and if there's nothing else that you get, I look at a project and I say, okay, I think that with a little bit of excitement, with a little bit of enthusiasm, that any project can get at least $1 billion to $2 billion market cap. And so that's kind of how I look at these things when I do. And again, does market cap matter? Not really, because a lot of these tokens are locked up. Does market cap matter in Ethereum? No, because half the Ethereum's gone. Do market caps matter in Cardano? No, because 80+% of it's staked. So there's only 20% that's left. So the market cap, it's not a very fair number unless you look at the actual on-chain, kind of off-chain metrics. How many of those tokens have disappeared? Does the market cap in Bitcoin matter? No, because there's only like 2 million Bitcoin left, period. Now, as the price goes up, that will, obviously release more tokens, because it will make holders become sellers and things like that. You don't know where anyone else is in the cycle of their investment, but just keep that in mind. Okay. I will look at that. Look at that Songbird, 67 cents. See, I sold too early. One might say, if this thing goes to $10, I'll be like, no, but you know what? I took a free position and I turned it into something. I think I already told you, but I took my SGB, I sold half of it and converted it into algo. That's what I did. So cool. AGIX, I think it's real cheap. I think it's too cheap. Just remember this one last thing. 2 things. With AGIX, when the new tokens drop, there's 6 new projects coming in the next 6 months. When they drop, you will need AGIX to buy those new tokens. The more AGIX you have staked, the more staking, free airdrops you will get of all of these new projects. They're saying that 5% of every new project is going to go to the token holders of AGIX. 6 projects, 5%, even if they all held their value, that takes your position. That basically rewards you 30% back of your position. And if you have a breakout token like Singularity DAO, which even though it's not doing great right now, it's at 250. It was 20 cents 5 months ago, 20 cents. So, I mean, it's still up like a 12 or 13x, which is pretty dope. So keep it in your mind. And the last thing I'll say, and we'll call today, is Flow. Why is Flow interesting? NBA Top Shots runs on Flow. Guess what else is going to be running on Flow? NFL Top Shots. Yes, NFL Top Shots. It is coming to NBA Top Shots. They're going into the NFL. That will run on Flow. There's a lot of frustrations about Flow, but none of them really warrant, I think, the price being as low as it is. I think it's a good place to buy Flow. And I probably will. They just raised another 300 million or 280 million bucks. So for me, man, there's a lot of very exciting stuff. I wish I had more money. It doesn't matter. Listen, let me tell you guys something. Let me reduce this. No matter how much money you get, you will always wish you had more money. I always see, this is why this space is so exciting. I always see stuff where I'm like, man, I should go wash some cars and get some extra cash and go buy more AGIX, more flow, more fetch, more blah, blah, blah. When we can't see those opportunities anymore, then we're going to be all stressed out. But right now it's pretty dope. So, whew. Did you say that Major League Baseball is coming to Top Shots also? Is that what you said, Bitcoin Candy? Because that would be dope. Okay. Anyway, you guys be smart. Stay out of trouble. Stay in school. Don't do drugs. Don't do anything my poor insolvent drunk strung out on meth grandmother wouldn't do. And for anybody that thinks they missed bulls on the block and you're like, what's the next play? Well, I'm going to give you the next play. This is the final little gem. The end of the show gem. These are 0.11. It's bears on the block. It's connected to bulls on the block. Bears and bulls, yes. And they're kind of cheap. Well, not cheap. I'm not telling anyone to do this. I'm just saying they are also going to have an evolution event. They are also, all of the things that are happening for bulls on the block are going to happen to bears on the block. So if you think you missed the bulls, because they're kind of expensive now, the bears on the block are still pretty cheap. For one Ethereum, you basically get 9 of these guys. So, and I know Ethereum fees are high. I'm just telling you, there are opportunities, even when you think they're not. And just so that you can see, I'll show you. Here's my stupid Elons, my gold, my Freddie Mercury gold Elon. That's my only good worth one. But as we go down, notice what I've got. Oh, are these bears on the block? Yeah, they're bears on the block because I think, again, don't look at where the ball is right now. Look at where the puck is going to be. Not right now. Look at where the puck is going to be. And then here's my bulls. And the prices on these things have rocketed. So the offers are already up over 0.2, and which is cool. But the floor on these guys, and here's how you can look. If you go to OpenSea, you just click on the project itself, and then you can get the full list. Look at the floor. It's 0.4. And then would you see? You would just go buy now, single items, price low to high. And these are all the buy it nows at 0.4. And where there's about 8 or 10 of these, and then we're at 0.42. And by the way, a little birdie, actually not a little birdie, I heard through banging around in the Bulls on the Block Discord, or at least I'm inferring, and I don't know this for sure, but I'm inferring, I think the team is going to go do a floor sweep right before the evolution event on October 15th. So if you're still looking to get a bull on the block, and again, I'm not telling anyone to do this. This is completely disposable, light on fire income, but you might do something cool with it, right? So there you go. Sweep the floor. Okay, everyone have a great day. Stay out of trouble. Stay in school. Don't do anything my poor insolvent drunk strung out on meth grandmother wouldn't do. And as you know, that's not much. That's just not much.
Hey, this is the Prophet with Nick Black. It's time to chit chat. You know nothing about blockchain. We here to fix that. You want the news on them new stocks? This where you get that. So go and grab you a nice chair. It's time to sit back and talk to Prophet. Hey, you talking to the Prophet? Hey, we talking condos and nice clothes and dropping Lambos. I remember them night codes We couldn't stand those. We tried to drive on them house roads, but had to stay low. Now there's solutions to hard bills we couldn't pay for. I talked to Profit to get some profit, we couldn't change the top. If it's a stock and I need a cop it, I wait for him to drop it. Ain't no option, let's get it poppin'. We chillin' in the trap. I need some crypto, put it in my pocket. By any means I rock. This is the Profit with Nick Black. It's time to chit chat. You know nothing about blockchain, we here to fix that. You want the news on them new stocks, this where you get that. So go and grab you a nice chair. It's time to sit back and talk to Profit. Hey, hey, you talking to the Prophet. Hey, hey, you talking to the Prophet.
It's all fake news. It's phony stuff. It didn't happen.